Okay, let's talk about our kids. They're growing up in a world that is just, well, completely digital. It's where they learn, it's where they play, it's where they connect with their friends. So today, we're going to break down a really smart framework for not just keeping them safe out there, but for actually empowering them to become masters of this whole new domain. Let's dive in.
And really, this is the big question for every single parent and educator out there, right? We hand them these incredibly powerful devices, but are we also handing them the skills to navigate all the crazy complexities that come with them? It feels like a huge challenge, but the good news is there's actually a clear, structured path to get them ready for it all.
You see, the approach we're exploring today lays out a clear three-tiered journey. This isn't about having one single scary internet safety talk and calling it a day. No, this is a progressive path that builds skills and understanding as a child grows up.
And here's what that journey looks like. Kids start out as digital explorers. Then they level up to become digital investigators. And the final goal? They become digital architects. Each stage builds on the last. So let's break down what skills they're actually learning at each step.
So it all begins right here, in those early elementary years. For our little digital explorers, the focus is all about the fundamentals. We're talking about the absolute basics of online safety, why it's so important to be kind to people online, and, of course, creating a healthy balance between screen time and everything else. These are the core building blocks for literally everything that comes next.
Now, as they get a bit older, the skills need to get more sophisticated. In those middle school years, kids become digital investigators. And this is where that critical thinking muscle really starts to get a workout. They learn to question what they see online, to understand why privacy matters, how to create strong passwords, and, this one's a biggie, how to tell what information is trustworthy and what's not. And finally, we get to the most advanced level, the digital architects. By the time they're in high school, students are ready to tackle some really complex challenges. We're talking about things like understanding AI bias, the psychological effects of social media, and the constant threat of cybersecurity, which, actually, we're going to take a much closer look at in just a moment.
So, to really get a feel for what it means to be a digital architect, let's zoom in on one of the most critical skills in their toolkit, cybersecurity. This is a perfect example of how this whole curriculum goes way beyond the basics.
For these advanced students, cybersecurity isn't just some buzzword they hear on the news. It's a hands-on discipline. It's all about learning how to protect their valuable digital assets, everything from their personal data to their online accounts.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. We've moved so far beyond just telling kids to use a password with a number and a special character. The threats today are so much more sophisticated, so our kids need to understand the entire modern landscape of cyber threats just to stay safe.
And we're talking about things like phishing emails that look unbelievably real, super convincing online scams, and those massive data breaches we're always hearing about. A digital architect learns not just how to spot these things, but they learn the mechanics of how they actually work.
And here's the crucial part: teaching them how to defend themselves. This isn't some abstract theory, it's a set of practical, powerful strategies they can use right away. Things like enabling multi-factor authentication, that extra layer of security on all their accounts. Or being smart about not creating a ton of new accounts. Because think about it, every new account is just another place your data is stored, another potential weak spot in a data breach. And they even learn about cool tools like Have I Been Pawned to check if their email has been compromised.
Best of all, this isn't stuff they're just reading out of a textbook. The curriculum uses interactive tools like the PBS Nova Cybersecurity Lab. It's basically an online game where students get to face and solve real-world cybersecurity challenges. It lets them put all these defensive strategies into practice in a way that's totally safe and actually really engaging. So when you put it all together, from learning about online kindness as an explorer to defending against a phishing attack as an architect, you start to see the bigger picture. This whole journey is about transforming our kids from just being passive consumers of digital content into becoming active, responsible creators and shapers of it. And that, right there, is the ultimate goal: to empower them, to give them the confidence and the skills to not just survive in the digital world, but to thrive in it, to contribute to it, and maybe, just maybe, to help build a better, safer, and more constructive online world for all of us. So, I'll just leave you with this final thought. Our digital world isn't some finished product. It's being built and rebuilt every single day. By following a progressive path like this, we're not just teaching our kids to be good citizens of that world. We're training the very architects who are going to be designing its future.